Yow! Ow. Mute it! Coffees if you can hear me. Coffees! We got an iced espresso vanilla latte today. Iced espresso vanilla latte. Ow, there's the coffees. We gotta do some switching up on the mic. What the fuck is up with the lighting? What is up with that lighting? Come on, man. We gotta switch this up, guys. Oh no, we ain't getting a fucking filter on, man. We gotta switch up that light, though. Oh, sorry, man. We're filtering. No filters. We gotta go back. Don't know, guys. There's a little reflection for me, man. Erica says looking good. All right, as long as you guys don't fucking mind. You have no idea, man. I added a mile to my Hudson River run. I saw that I was running late. Stopped by Starbucks. Had an altercation. I knew I was running late, man. But we're here, man. Relatively on time. Good, good. You guys can see me. You guys can hear me. I got an iced espresso vanilla latte, man. So this is good. We're gonna get fucking amped. Be ready. Red team, go! You know it. I was coming into this sumbitch with no expectations. I remember back in 2018 when Brock Lesnar, Roman, and Braun Strowman had that shit fest for a finish. And then I remember in 2019, and they followed that up even more tragically. I didn't know what to expect for 2020. You guys remember my 2018 little rant, right? This is how we did 2018. This was 2 years ago. This was my good, the bad, and the ugly opening to that review. Listen to this shit. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Warning. The following video is an intense pro wrestling review of Hell in a Cell. If you cannot handle an intense review of Hell in a Cell, now is the perfect time. You can go fuck yourself accordingly. Enjoy the show. Son of a bitch. Never, and I mean ever, should your Hell in a Cell main event in a match called Hell in a Cell at an event called Hell in a Cell be ended in a no contest from a few F5s and some broken table shots to your back, and your monster and your heavyweight champion can't even stand up to finish competing, and you call that Hell in a Cell? I've seen Hell in a Cell, and that's Mick Foley dive bombing from the top of the cell through a fucking table, standing the fuck up, getting back on top of that cell, going through the fucking cell, falling again to what people thought was his fucking death. His fucking tooth is shoved up his fucking nose and comes out the other end of his fucking nose. This is 2018. That's right. Think of it, your tooth up wherever the fuck it goes and through your nose. 2018's review of Hell in a Cell. And he's dropping thumbtacks to continue the match, and then he gets steam barreled on those thumbtacks several times. And then he comes back in the main event that same night to cost Steve Austin the fucking championship. That is a man. That is a match. That is Hell in a Cell. Roman and Braun can't stand up from one guy beating them up. Maybe I'm okay with this no contest if the event was called Beatdown in Barnes & Noble. If the match was a survival inside of 7-Eleven, right? A survival in 7-Eleven match. Maybe I'm okay with a no contest in that way. I did not. This was 2018's review of Hell in a Cell. Some F5s, some broken table shots to your back, and we fade to black, and the ref is saying nobody can stand up? What the fuck? I've been in fights at 10 years old that were more vicious than that. I've been jumped by 9 motherfuckers and stood the fuck up and started barrel rolling toward them. Come a no contest if there's a literally.
All right. We could be here all day. And then that was 2018's review when it ended in a shit show, and that was my opening. This was 2019's review. You guys remember this? Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt? How can you forget? This is how I reviewed it.
I don't care if you call this a disqualification inside the cell or just a referee stoppage. I don't care what you want to call it. There's people defending this and going, it wasn't supposed to be a no DQ. It's a ref stoppage. You're telling us this like that matters. Hell in a Cell is supposed to be the one structure in WWE where there has to be a winner. There is no stoppage of any sort. It's Hell in a Cell. And my concept of hell is pretty freaking severe. But the referee, he let his 2019 PC culture get the best of him. He got all up in his feelings and emotions. He couldn't see any more brutality. He calls for the bell. And people are giving it labels. It was a disqualification. It was a ref stoppage. It was a no contest. It was Hell in a Cell is what it was. And you're okay with that type of ending? You got a couple 2-3 screw looses up in your dog piece.
All right, guys, we could do that all day, man. Those are past reviews of Hell in a Cell the past 2 years. I was expecting something along those lines. I didn't know how they were going to fuck this up, but I kind of knew they were going to, probably several different ways. And when it was all said and done, I was absolutely shocked at what I witnessed. And we're going to talk about it. Randy Orton and McIntyre. McIntyre is no longer champion. He's held the belt for almost 7 months from April, WrestleMania. It doesn't feel like it, though, does it? He's only been involved in 4 pay-per-view matches, or feuds, I should say. Seth Rollins was his first pay-per-view match. Seth Rollins, then I believe it was Bobby Lashley, then it was Dolph Ziggler, then it was a couple of times with Randy Orton, and this guy didn't even keep it to Survivor Series. So that sucks for McIntyre, but what a way to go off the air, man. Nobody can say Orton wasn't deserving, but we're going to talk about it. Sasha Banks. I believe this is a Grand Slam champion, correct? I believe she is the first female to ever hold all the titles in 1 year. I believe she held all the titles in just 5 months. 5 or 6 months anyway, I believe. I'll do more research on that. But Sasha Banks, man, she's blowing it up. We're going to talk about that Hell in a Cell match. And we're, of course, going to start it off with Roman Reigns and Uso, because that's the way they started off. It was a bold move to start the night off with this match. Could it possibly deliver? Because we know their storyline has been pretty fucking epic. We know their first contest was pretty fucking epic. Could this actually deliver? For my veteran subscribers, excuse me while I explain the rules to my newer subscribers. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly review. This is not your grandmother's review where we just talk about the matches and I give you my opinion. No, we're going to literally dissect every match on the main show. Every single match will get a tally in either the good column, the bad column, or the ugly column. Now, you want to stay away from the ugly column. I almost said the bad. We could do a bad or two. Stay away from the ugly, because at the final tally, when it comes time to do the final tally count, each ugly is going to turn in to 2 bads. That'll greatly decide the outcome of these pay-per-view reviews, as they always do. Stay away from the ugly column. I will count them as 2 bads when it's all said and done. But every match on that main show will get a tally. If it's a tiebreaker at the end of this review, when it comes to Orton and McIntyre, if it's a tiebreaker, then and only then will we go to the kickoff show, and that'll decide if this was a good pay-per-view or bad. So that's the deal, guys. Thank you, veteran subscribers, for letting me tell my newer subscribers those rules, man. Some people think this is just your average review. No, nothing about this channel, nothing about the Ant-Man is average. That's why we are number one always in the YWC, IWC. It's because of you guys joining forces with the Ant-Man. The Amp unit is the heavy hitters in this community. We are always the be-all, end-all. We are number one because of you guys, the Ant-Man, together, the Amp unit. There is no better. There's no better faction, I assure you. There's just a lot of us. So, should we get this thing rocking, man? And before I start off, man, we can't start it off without some VIP. I saw some supers already up in here, man. Chubbles the Bear, 5-spot coffee, man. Chubbles, thank you for the super, my friend. BC, you mind giving my page a shout out? Chubbles the Bear, man, your page. Visit Chubbles the Bear's page, man, and give him some love, man. He's an Amp unit member, has been contributing to the channel nonstop. So Chubbles the Bear, man, thank you, and check it out. Thank you, my dude. And hopefully, if I ever have time, maybe I can check it out too. All right. Let's hold on, guys. There's a lot coming in, man. Hold on, I can't even get to the review. I gotta get my VIPs up in here. Jibril Goodwin, man, 10-spot, a couple of coffees, man. Jibril, thank you. I'm freaking amplified, bro. For 2 years, messed up main events. But this year, I don't know, man. I want to hear everything you got to say. Anti-profanity morons. Jibril, thank you, man. You might be shocked at some of this review, man, because unlike the last 2 years, we got something a lot different. And I dissected it the best way I possibly can for you guys, man. Christopher Blackshare, a coffee. Thank you, Christopher. Always a pleasure having you up in the chat, man, too. Sasha got what she's been owed. She became Smackdown champ, got her first Hell in a Cell match win, became a Triple Crown and a Grand Slam champion in one night. You just summed it up, Christopher. Exactly right, man. I believe she held every championship or won them all within 5 to 6 months. First female to ever do that. To have a SmackDown champion, a Raw championship, and a Tag Team championship. Obviously, the Tag Team championships are fairly new, but she made history last night, man. There's no doubt about it. Christopher, thank you. Carlos, what's up, my friend? Thank you for the coffee, dude. Good to have you up in here. BC versus Roman for tribal leadership. Bring it, Roman. Roman's looking jacked up, though, man. Once I can start the upper body workouts again. I'll take up. I don't know, man. I don't know about tribal leadership, but leadership of the YWC. I'll flatten them. Thank you, Carlos. Good to have you up in here, man. Danny Green, 10-spot. Thank you, Danny. When you rely on reviews to get an idea of Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, you come to BC for the real, raw, best reviews in the business. I couldn't have said it better, Danny. I'm a little biased. Danny Green, thank you for the coffees, my friend. That means a lot. Guys, I might be missing some people. There's a lot of supers coming in here. I'm trying to get everybody. If you're just joining, I haven't even started the good, the bad, and the ugly yet, guys. There's no tallies in the columns. Hold on. I'm getting my VIPs in here, supporting the channel. Chubbles the Bear, another 5-spot. Much love, appreciated. Absolutely, dude. No question, man. You always support the channel, dude. So if you're gonna make a channel, dude, I hope it blows up. I hope it does awesome. And again, check out Chubbles the Bear and his page, man. That's awesome, dude. Thank you, Chubbs. Can I say that, man? Yeah. The Ant-Man way we always do. Chubbless the Bear, man. No, we'll call it the full name. You rock, man. I hope the page honestly blows up. William F, 20-spot, dude. You fucking rock, dude. That's about 4 of these bad boys. William F, thank you. Thanks for the 2018 review. You're the best on here. Yeah, you enjoyed that, hopefully, man. If you're just joining, I played a little bit of my 2018 Hell in a Cell review and 2019 because I was just mind blown by the stupidity of this company. And I honestly was expecting more. William F, thank you so much for supporting the channel, dude. Means a lot. Jeremy Benavidez. Hopefully I said that correct. Jeremy for a 5-spot coffee. Thank you, Jeremy, so much. Keep up the great work. Been a subscriber since day one. Jeremy, rockstar status, man. Thank you so much, dude. I see a lot of the coffees, man. Yeah, put up the coffees in there. Coffee emojis, man. That way I know you guys are listening, dude. I know the volume's a little off too, man. I hope this doesn't ruin it. Guys, if I end the stream, I'll be right back, all right? Stay on the channel. I'll be right back. I'm trying to get better audio here. Can you guys hear me? Tell me if you can hear me any different. PB Syllable Pride, $4.99. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the coffee. PB Syllable Pride. Means a lot, dude. Nazmul Hossein, 99 cents. Thank you, Nazmul. Much appreciated. Did it change at all? Is it worse? I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Is it worse or better? Sounds more deep, but it's okay. We can hear you just fine. We can hear you very loud. All right, guys, your audio is great. Sounds great. Well, it has to change. I had to do it this way, guys, because if I play anything else, it's going to be different. So this is the audio we're going to have right now, guys. Sounds different, but yeah, maybe a bit muffled. Sorry, guys. I'll try to be as clear as possible, but this is what we got, man. I'll try to get through this review now. Hopefully, I did not miss any supers, dude. I apologize. Oh shit, Larry Lockett, what's up, my man? Larry Lockett, 10 spot. Hey BC, finally made the big leap in training. Can you say CCW? Make sure you keep a tab on me. In-ring name, Lars Bummer. Larry Lockett, man, congrats, dude. Kick ass, rock star status. And you don't got to get me another coffee, Larry Lockett. You supplied me enough for the next week. 2 weeks. All the best in CCW, my friend. Keep me updated. That's awesome, dude. Novaz, 5 spot coffee. Where does Drew go from here? Hope they don't give him the Braun treatment, but I do think that he's going to be a part of the 4 vs 4 with Retribution at Survivor Series. Novaz, that's probably what it's looking like, because what else are you going to do with this guy? If you book somebody like a clown 90% of the time, he's going to be in clown type matches. As far as where Drew goes, I have no fucking idea. It's kind of a shame that he dropped it after just 6.5 months, but Orton is a viable person to take it from him. I haven't even gotten to that point yet, man. I'll probably talk more in depth with that on the Raw review tomorrow. But this, I'm just covering the emotions we went through last night in that match. But I haven't even began to think where Drew goes, man. Murder Hornet, 5 spot coffee. Thank you, my friend. I'll catch this later. Murder Hornet was here, man. It'll be here up on the channel. Don't worry, dude. I'll have it up. Thank you, Hornet. And I think I got everybody, man. Chubless the Bear, Jibril Goodwin, Christopher Blackshare, Carlos, Danny Green, Chubless the Bear again, William F. with a 20 spot, Savage, man, Jeremy, PB, Syllable Pride, Nazmo, Farah, 5 spot, coffee and a drink, man, and a cold one. Thank you, Farah, means a lot. Jacob Donnelly, man, what's up, man? 5 spot coffee, man. How great is Roman Reigns? Don't know why he wasn't turned heel 5 years ago. Exactly right, Jacob Donnelly. And I'm going to talk about that as I always do. But I'm going to tell you how great he was last night, Jacob. Thank you, dude. Undisputed 5 spot coffee. Thank you, BC. Always feel comfortable sharing my opinions here. Most podcasters force you to agree with them, or they deem you a dumb fan. Nah, bro. Nah, trust me, stupidity comes across the channel once in a while, but we will never force that. I will try to give you guys the best dissection. I will try to give you guys the best facts and research that I have in history, and then hopefully you guys make your best estimated guess and decision and opinion, man. But I'll never force shit, man. I know a lot of people do that, man. That's just ego, though. That's ego. We don't do that here, man. There's no ego. It may sound like that sometimes. I just fuck shit up, bro. I don't have time for ego. We just have to rock shit. The amplified unit, that's why I say we're the best faction in all of pro wrestling. The amp unit has to be the smartest wrestling fan, because if I ever call on you guys to go to Stamford, Connecticut, and we got to protest around that Stamford headquarters, I need the smartest, most badass people with me. I can't just have some fucking sheep. I can't have some fucking bitch boy Bradens. I need the very best in the pro wrestling community. And that's why I have a little vetting process. Thank you, Undisputed, for the coffee. Pedro, 10 spot. We haven't even started, guys. For anyone just joining, it's a blank fucking, what do you want to call it? Board. There's been no tallies. We have not gone over everything. I'm just going over my VIP supers right now, guys. Pedro, the biggest issue, 10 spot, by the way, couple of coffees. Thank you, Pedro. The biggest issue I have with WWE is how they do their storytelling. Instead of having a clear story thought out, they just keep booking matches and stretch it out. Orton versus McIntyre is just one example. No question, Pedro. Their storytelling, Pedro, is having the match on a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown a couple of times, and that's supposed to get us excited to see it at the pay-per-view. That's how they tell stories, because they don't have a creative bone in their skeletal structure. And they don't even care to, because that just takes time and energy. Thank you, Pedro, for the coffees, my friend. Murder Hornet, 10 spot, another couple of coffees. Hornet, what's up, man? We in here. Roman is legit the shit. You damn right he is, man. I'm going to talk more on that just now. Murder Hornet, thank you. So, guys, I think I got all the supers for now. Oh, shit, hold on. Hold on, there's another one just came in, man. Otis Linkman, man, a 20 spot. 4 coffees right there, man. 4 of these bad boys. Otis Linkman, thank you, dude. That's awesome, man. Let me make sure I got that right. Otis Linkman here. You'll be in the Hall of Fame, man, for the super chat for the Ant-Man. Appreciate it, dude. That's awesome. You guys are getting me enough coffee for the rest of the year, dude. Otis Linkman, thank you. Master, 5 spot. Thank you, Master. What's up, bro? By the way, I'm from Montreal, Quebec, the WWE Screwjob City. I give you 5 spot for your great YouTube show. Master, thank you, man. Much love and respect right back to you. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. Every one of you guys, man. You guys make this thing tick. I appreciate it. All right, let's do this, man. All right, guys, we are going to start with Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. This is why they started this thing off. It was a ballsy move, but it's one that I believe paid off. Let's dissect this thing real quick. I'll try. I had a lot of notes here. I haven't had a chance to even go over them once, so maybe a few botches in my own notes. Phoenix Robinson Wesley, 1 spot. Thank you, Phoenix Robinson Wesley. I appreciate that. So Roman and Jey Uso, this is a Hell in a Cell I Quit match for the Universal Championship. This is a 30-minute match when it's all said and done, guys. 30 minutes dedicated to this. The shit talking between these two puts this match on another level. There was a spot where Jey Uso was whipping Roman with a leather strap. Roman gets so pissed off, you could see it in his face. He actually spears Uso nearly out of his shoes. Like a badass spear, man, and Roman is pissed off. Then Roman starts whipping Jey. He literally says as he's whipping him, I do the whipping around here. I just love the shit talking in here. As he's whipping him, he's yelling, I do the whipping around here. So everything between these two is literally gold. It's so personal, it's real, it's great. The spot where Roman locks the guillotine on Jey and Jey refuses to quit, Roman says, you quit right now or I'll take this to the next level. And he does just that, guys. Roman takes it to the next level. Roman does a drive-by in the steel steps into Jey's dome piece. Now, at this point, the ref wants to call the match and Roman takes out the ref. I love this, man. He goes, oh, you want to stop it? You want to stop it? Well, now you're the problem. And he takes out the ref. Then he yells to Jey, who's still knocked out. Roman's yelling, look what you made me do. Now I look bad, because he chucked the referee out. Guys, the delusional, paranoid heel character is the best bad guy ever. Delusional because no matter what he does, he's going to blame it on somebody else. This guy could become president of the United States, sell the United States to another country, and then blame the United Nations. They did it. Look what you made me do. You made me sell the country. The delusional aspect in a heel character is so badass if it's played correctly. Roman plays it flawlessly. On top of delusional, you have paranoid, right? Paranoid that somebody or everybody is out to get your championship, even your own family. If played correctly, that's a badass aspect to a heel character. Roman plays it flawlessly. So the delusion, the paranoia, man, Roman is that guy, man. And he is he's firing on all cylinders. More referees and officials hit the ring, so Roman just closes the cell and says, and I quote, might as well close this, because now nobody's going anywhere. This is a guy who I've said for years, on the microphone, he's just not that good. Just not. You give him a microphone, he's not that good. Now as a heel, he doesn't even need a microphone. You let him just talk that shit. And this guy's the real deal, man. I'm enjoying listening to Roman spew that shit more than anybody right now, to be honest. Just love it, guys. Love it. So he shuts the door and he says nobody's going anywhere. Jimmy Uso finds a way into the cell, though. I don't think he ever locked it that time. I think he just shut it. So Jimmy, Jay's brother, jumps in. Jimmy enters the cell and he's begging for Roman to stop. Roman plays Jimmy by saying he's sorry and even shedding some crocodile tears before locking a guillotine on Jimmy Uso. Jay can barely move, but he sees what's going on. So the only way Jay can save his brother was to say the words, I quit. Roman wins and retains. This was simply great. Simply great. Post-match, the legendary Wild Samoans basically anoint Roman the head of the table because they came out at the top of the ramp and they stand side by side. These are the legendary fucking Samoans, man. And they're basically right in front of right in front of Jimmy and Jay, man, who are still in the ring looking at all of this. They're standing side by side with Roman like he's the winner. He is the top guy in our family now. Even though there's a guy called The Rock, but we'll deal with that another time. And by the way, everything in this storyline, yes, it's been masterful, and this is obviously setting up perfectly, if they so choose to, the Roman Reigns Rock match at WrestleMania. This is leading right to that, man, if they choose to, because they're anointing Roman as the top guy in the family. The Rock is obviously that guy. Man, all Rock has to do is show up, and this is going to be a match for the ages, dude. Roman and Rock, if they want to do that. But this whole thing, the first half an hour of this pay-per-view, it was masterful. It was absolutely fucking masterful. And you guys know what I mean when I say great. The only reason there's not a great column is because WWE doesn't do enough great shit. But just like there's an ugly, which counts for 2 bads if anything ever goes into the ugly, just like there's an ugly and it counts for 2 bads, if I deem something great, it counts for 2 goods. This was a great match and a great way to start the pay-per-view. That is 2 tallies in the good column for Roman and Jey Uso. Right from the jump, they get 2 goods. Even though every match gets 1 tally, if I'm going to put 2 for an ugly, every ugly turns into 2 bads, dude. A great has to be 2 goods. So, mad props, dude, for Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. What do you guys think, dude? Live chat, what do you think about this, man? Should it belong in the good? Was I over generous in putting 2, or would you guys give it 5 fucking goods? The Rock gonna win, if and so. Yeah, CD Stanley, it's possible, man. Makes sense for The Rock to return victor. Awesome match, says Jeffrey. Belongs in the good, CJ. Awesome match, Ahmed. Carlos, agree. Nasty. It deserves 3 goods, says Nasty. Kevin, okay, so a lot of you guys are agreeing. I don't see how anybody could look at that match and say, "Nah, didn't do it for me." But I'm sure there's somebody that said that. Not much surprises me anymore. You made the right call, Tzilla50. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of you guys are in agreement, man. This was a kick-ass way. So a lot of our fears going into this event because of 2018 and 2019 kind of subsided a little bit, but we still had the rest of the night to go. But that's a damn good way to start it off, man. A really great way to start off the night, man. Roman Reigns. Man, if you would have told me this guy is one of the bright spots in all of pro wrestling at the end of 2020, I would have said you done fallen on your dome piece a couple, 2, 3 times. But he is that guy. He is literally that guy. And he is doing his thing better than I have ever seen this guy work in the past 5 years. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Now we got to get rolling, guys. We're already almost a half an hour into this. We're just now getting into match number 2. I see you, Prep Bola 7, $9.99. Super. Thank you, Prep Bola 7. That's a couple of coffees, and it's much appreciated. Thank you so much. Let me make sure I'm not missing any VIPs before I go into the second match, guys. P Bola 7, thank you. Make sure I got everybody. I think I did, man. I'm hoping I did. Oop. Hold on, guys. I got to make sure all my soups are taken care of before we go into match 2, which was Jeff Hardy versus Elias. We'll get to that. Phoenix, I did say that, man. Enraged, 3 spot. Thank you, Enraged. Vince loves turning tag teams against each other. Yeah, I'll get to that in match number 3. That was with Heavy Machinery. Trust me on that. Chubless the Bear, another 5 spot. Thank you, my friend. Completely agree. I was actually in shock that Roman cried. I wasn't expecting that. The dude's tapping in the shit I bet you Roman didn't even know he could do, Chubless the Bear. That's what's really fucking cool. All right, guys, I think I got all the supers. Let's go into match number 2. If I didn't catch anybody, I apologize, man. Thank you. Almost 700 deep on a Monday afternoon. 700. And I see a couple hundred on the ups, man, on the likes. I appreciate that, but can we get that a little more, man? I'm giving you guys everything I got. Some love right back would be cool. Thank you. But to the couple hundred of you guys that already smashed that like, you guys are rock stars. Thank you so much. J Football Live, by the way. Up in here in the supers, man. $9.99, couple of coffees. J Football Live, it's always good to see you, my friend. Thank you. One of the greatest heels of all time, RKO, and in my opinion, Roman, a man at this rate who could become the GOAT when it comes to heels in this business. Now runs pro wrestling. Fucking love it. I absolutely agree with you. This is what I knew he could be, J Football Live. Roman Reigns is that guy. He just needed the chance. Vince had to take that chance on him. And I promised you guys, because I know I've dissected this guy for 5 years. I knew he was a much better heel than forcing him as a face. By the way, guys, at any moment I could pass out in this review or need a couple of minutes. I literally did a whole run on the Hudson. I even added to my run and realized I was going to be late, so I cut it short. And I had about 4 coffees already this morning, so man, we are fucking, I can't even catch my breath at this point. But if I pass out, stay on the stream. I'll wake up maybe, hopefully. Or if I need a minute, maybe I'll play some more fucking 2019 Hell in a Cell fucking that review, which I exploded on. But if you're just joining us, guys, one of the over 600, going towards 700, guys, we have 2 in the good column. But we only reviewed 1 match, and that was Roman and Jey Uso. They started the night in an I Quit Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. The match was so good in my eyes, in my dissection, I gave it a great, which means 2 goods. Now we go into match number 2. Can we keep the momentum going? Unfortunately, no. I'll tell you guys that right up front. Jeff Hardy versus Elias. This was only an 8-minute match. Jeff strikes Elias with his guitar, and Hardy is DQ'd in just 8 minutes. This may get BC some heat, but I have to be legit in this review. I like Elias, and I respect Jeff. But nothing about this match, nothing was pay-per-view worthy. And it just wasn't. And if you're being real with yourself, guys, you know nothing in this review, this review is going to do this match justice. That match did not do the pay-per-view justice. There was nothing there that screamed this should be on a pay-per-view. That's just the truth. 8 minutes, a DQ finish, nothing we couldn't have seen on Smackdown or Raw. Am I right? Anybody that's disagreeing with me right now, I'm just asking one question to you. Is this anything we couldn't see on Smackdown or Raw? You know this is in fact, we might get it on SmackDown and Raw. What are they on now, guys? I think it's Monday Night Raw. We might get that tonight. We might get a rematch. Hardy and Elias tonight. I wouldn't doubt it. Somebody said this was a waste of time. The chat's moving fast, guys, but somebody said that was a waste of time. That's exactly what it was. It was just a filler match, a downer for Roman and Jey. They wanted everybody to kind of calm down, so you throw a throwaway match, basically. But even throwaway match can have significance. And just, this is something that, all I ask is give me something. It doesn't have to, you don't have to move mountains, you don't got to give me the moon, but give me something on a pay-per-view. That's all I ask. Either a cool moment right then and there, or something for the future. They did neither. Jeff Hardy just got DQ'd with a guitar shot, and we went to commentary to set up the next match. Law and Otis, and we just reviewed what happened on SmackDown. You guys know where this has to go, man. And again, I like Jeff Hardy, and I absolutely like Elias. I respect the both of them. This goes into the bad column. So, that's not an 11 for anybody just tuning in. That's 2 goods, man. That's not 11. 2 in the good, 1 in the bad after 2 matches. The first match got 2 goods because it was great. Just so you guys know, man. Oh, no, I finished those coffees. Don't worry. All right, guys. So we're going into the third match. We have 2 in the good, 1 in the bad. Can you guys even see the ugly a little bit, man? There's nothing in there right now anyway. Don't worry. Ugly has 0 in its column, guys. Third match. I can't say this was much better, but I'm going to explain why I'm putting it where it's going. Otis versus Miz for the Money in the Bank contract. This was only a 7-minute match. This is what I mean about give me something, though. Give me a pay-per-view moment, even if it's very small. Otis versus Miz on paper most likely does nothing for you. But if I tell you Tucker is going to turn on Otis, your interest is probably piqued just a sliver more. Even if you don't want to see it. Like I definitely didn't want to see it. But it's piqued a little more. Now you have to actually see how it's going down. And that's exactly what happened. Tucker nails Otis with the briefcase, and Miz wins and now holds that Money in the Bank contract. So now Miz can cash in anytime in the next 5 to 6 months, whenever Money in the Bank is. You only have 1 calendar year, I believe. So trust me, I can't stand that they split up Heavy Machinery. I can't stand that. in a division that is non-existent. It's not just a bad division. The tag team division in WWE it's non-existent, guys. You're being generous by saying it's bad. It's non-existent. So you have a team like Heavy Machinery that can do damage and they're entertaining, and you split them up automatically. And you know that Otis will be the star and Tucker is going to suffer. So I can't stand that they split them up, but it happened. This review is about this match. So what do you do with Tucker? The decision has been made to split him. This tremendously helps Tucker. Otis is going to be fine, obviously. The guy is a superstar because look at him, watch him, listen to him. Everything he does is gold, man. You laugh, but he can also wrestle for a big boy. He carries storylines just fine. Otis is fine. Tucker needs something. So this tremendously helped Tucker. And his excuse post-match was beautiful about always being in Otis's shadow. They came in there as a team. There's no Otis without a Tucker, yet Otis is getting all the spotlight. Otis is getting the spotlight and Tucker gets shit. So Tucker was very sincere in his words afterwards, and Otis didn't wait till Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. Otis jumped to, I think they're on different brands now anyway. So I don't know how they're going to finish this. Probably Survivor Series where you can probably mingle the brands. But Otis jumped Tucker while he's cutting that post-match interview. And they just started brawling. And that's what I mean. You're going to remember that. Whether you want them split up or not, I'm with you. I don't want them split up. But they made that decision a week ago. What happened last night that's pay-per-view worthy? That we're honestly going to remember? Anything to talk about? Anything? Yes. This is still big. Whether you like it or not, it's big. And Miz dropping this match because I don't see Otis winning the championship and cashing in successfully. So at least Miz not cashing in successfully is going to be much better than Otis failing, because Otis is a face. So, guys, all things considered, yes, I would like things to be different. I would have done things much different, but what I saw with Jeff Hardy and Elias is just nothing that should be on a pay-per-view. If you're turning Tucker, if you're going to have something like that, at least put it on the pay-per-view. At least have that as a filler match. That is your downer match in between Hell in a Cell matches, and they actually did that correctly. So I don't agree with all their moves, but that's good. Sucks that they broke them up, but Tucker needs something or else Tucker is DOA. You don't believe me? Just watch how hard it's still going to be for Tucker to be something in this company. And that's with that moment. Even if that didn't happen, he was DOA. Even with that, it's going to be hard. So I'm going to give that, guys, I'm going to give that a good, absolutely. You know, I want moments like that, even in downer matches, even in matches that are filler. You are on a pay-per-view. Can you do me a favor and act like it? Is that possible if you could act like it? If you're going to put something on a pay-per-view, can you make it worthy and not like I'm just watching a Raw or a SmackDown, because that shit is getting me pissed off to no end. It seems like every one of these pay-per-views, 90% plus, is matches we can see on Raw and SmackDown. And even worse, matches we already saw on Raw and SmackDown. Maybe a couple of times. So we're seeing rematches at pay-per-views. This was at least something that should happen on a pay-per-view, and it did. I'm okay with it. So 3 matches, that's half the card, because there was only 6 matches in total because of 3 Hell in a Cell matches, each of them given nearly a half an hour, if at that exactly a half an hour. So after 3 matches, we have 4 tallies. 3 in the good because Roman and Jey Uso was great, so I gave that 2 tallies. Otis and Miz got a good just because of everything that happened in it. And again, I don't want to see Heavy Machinery broken up, but I'm glad that they're trying with Tucker, and this is at least giving him a chance. He may still be DOA because Vince McMahon may not give him the time of day. But at least this gives him a chance. I want that at the pay-per-view, not on a Raw or a SmackDown. So that got a good. And then the bad was Elias and Jeff Hardy. I respect both individuals. They only gave them 8 minutes. It was a DQ finish. And there was nothing in that match that screamed pay-per-view worthy. So that's where we are after half of this thing. Whew, I'm probably the only one you're going to find that catches his breath by drinking more coffee, guys. But that's what I have to do. I have to take a moment. Hopefully, I already had 4. This is 5. I mean this. I almost choked on it too. I mean this, guys. I could actually pass out in this review. I haven't even caught my breath yet. I'm trying, but I just can't catch it. I'm talking wrestling, so I'm off the wall because I love talking wrestling with you guys. So I could pass out, and don't worry, stay on the stream. I might wake up. If I don't, you might be here for a while. But when I say I give you guys my all, man, I'm giving you guys my all. Let me just make sure my VIPs are all taken care of. My supers. I think I got everybody before. Enraged, I got you. Yes, Prep Baller, I got you. Chubless the Bear. The Roman Reigns, yeah, J Football Live. Carlos, another 5-spot. Carlos, man, I got you. Another coffee. Thank you, dude. They had a match last night. Oh, who was that? I forgot what I moved so fast on this review. I forgot which one. Probably Elias and Jeff Hardy, probably. Undisputed Era, 2-spot. Thank you, Undisputed. Another 2-spot. Thank you, Undisputed. We need more day in the life BC vlogs. Maybe, man. Who knows, man? That would be a trip. Possibly, Mill. I love trying new shit out with you guys, man, and doing some original content. Pedro, another 10-spot, man. Couple of coffees. Thank you, dude. The Hell in a Cell pay-per-view has killed storytelling. Sasha vs. Bayley should be over with Hell in a Cell being a blow-off when it could have carried the brand for the rest of the year with proper creative. Absolutely. Yep. Now, they wanted to rush it because they knew they made so many other mistakes, Pedro. So they were hoping that Sasha and Bayley would be a huge selling point, and it was. That you should have saw the traction it got on social media and everything. So I completely agree with you, Pedro. But yeah, they thought that they had to do that. Carlos, 5-spot, dude, you rock. Briefcase had to come off Otis. Yep, you know it, Carlos, because he wasn't getting it, and Carlos knows this, as most of you guys do. He was not getting that championship, and they knew that, and they didn't want to face to drop this and fail. Why not Miz, man? It makes sense. So I get everybody, guys. I have to get all my supers first. I think I got all the supers. All apologies. If not, guys, we got to keep rocking, though. 4th match out of 6 for the night. This was another Hell in a Cell match for the Smackdown Women's Championship. This was Sasha Banks, the challenger, taking on champion Bayley. This was a 28-minute match. And just listening to that, just hearing that, right? That the women got a near half-an-hour match, man. That warms the soul, man. That is so fucking awesome. 28-minute match. Now, a match like this is actually a detriment to these two because Sasha and Bayley are so good. You just need them wrestling in a wrestling match, and they're going to do even better than what you saw last night. They don't need a gimmick. I say this because I've seen these two have a much better wrestling match in the past. But I'll be damned if they didn't get creative and go to war in this one, because that's exactly what they did. Kendo sticks, chairs, tables, ladders, 17 Meteoras. I literally think Sasha did about 17 Meteoras. You had it all. And when it was all said and done, Sasha Banks locked Bayley into the statement with Bayley threaded through a steel chair. So it's like an ultra statement by Sasha to Bayley, theoretically and literally. And Bayley taps. Sasha Banks becomes your new SmackDown Women's Champion. I believe that makes her now a Grand Slam champion. There's only a couple of others, correct, guys? Confirm me in the chat, please. I believe it's Asuka and Bayley. I don't think there's another one. Because you would have to hold the tag titles too. You have to keep them in mind. So everyone else got kind of penalized before the tag team era. That's a Grand Slam, right? Lord French Fries. Lord French Fries. That's a badass name. Correct. Yeah. Grand Slam Banks, Edward say. Yep. So you are correct. Enigma Misfit. Yep. Kimberly. So it's a Grand Slam, Sasha. That's not just history. I also believe that she's the only female to win all the titles, all the women's titles anyway, Raw, SmackDown, and the tag titles, all in one calendar year. In fact, I think she did it in just 5 or 6 months. So I don't think anyone's going to top that. I don't think anybody will ever knock her off her pedestal. Sasha Banks made history last night in an epic way. So if anybody wants to confirm that for me as well, I believe she's the only female to win all 3 in just 1 calendar year, because the tag titles are so new too. Apart from the NXT title this year. Exactly right, JR9 Gaming, exactly. So the NXT one would be the only one. Wouldn't that be something if she does that by the end of the day? No, I don't want to see, no, you got to let EO and Candice and the gals down there do their thing. Pedro, I see you, man. 5 spot, thank you, dude. Just watch, in 3 to 4 weeks, Bayley will have the belt again, knowing WWE. That's the big thing with the Sasha thing. This has to be her first, and I've said this for months now, when I saw that this was where they were going. This has to be her long reign now. No more few weeks, no more 1 month and under. This needs to be Sasha at least to WrestleMania, and I don't even want her to see her losing it. You know, and what do? Do you set up like a Sasha versus, who was on her brand? The blue brand, maybe Bianca Belair. I don't know how you, I mean, it's face versus face. It looks like they want Belair as a face. So I guess maybe Sasha versus Bianca makes somewhat sense. If you do it correctly, a match at something like WrestleMania, you could have face versus face, and people will be into it. But you have to do it correctly. But if not Belair, you have to bump up somebody huge in the heel department. I am so proud. To the Sasha crew out there, you guys know this is a pro Sasha Banks channel from day one. That was a big moment for all of us, man. As fans, not just reviewers, but as fans, because that's what any reviewer and critic deep down is anyway at first. First and foremost, we are fans. And to the Sasha crew out there, congratulations to you guys, man. Because we all did this, man. It ain't just Sasha, man. We saw her poorly booked situations for years. We ranted about it. We bitched, we moaned, we complained. We got a moment last night that is for the ages. It was so awesome to see Sasha get fireworks going into the ring and Sasha carrying out a championship after. This is everything I asked for Sasha for years. Give this woman fireworks, give her time, 28 minutes here, give her championship and long reigns. We're finally getting it. I said turn Roman Reigns heel because you're going to get a better Roman. Everything I screamed about, ranted and screamed about, bitch, moaned, complained, it's finally coming to fruition. I told you they watch. There's no doubt they fucking watch. I told you guys, if you follow this channel from day one, there's nearly a dozen superstars, most currently still active, that have reached out to the Ant-Man. Reached out to me and said thank you, or awesome video. They watch. It's just the old man is so stubborn. But when your product gets to be so low in the ratings, then you start going, hey, remember that nutcase on the tube? Remember that zany man? He's wild, he's amped. Yeah, he was actually smart though, man. Everything he was talking about is actually pretty true. Maybe we should turn Roman heel. Maybe we do give Sasha the championship in the time of day. I tell you, man. So, the only reason this doesn't get a great is because I would have held this off a little bit. I felt they rushed this. Bayley turned on Sasha just literally less than 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes? 2 minutes ago. Bayley turned on her 2 minutes ago. That's right. We went back into the future, then in the past. We stayed in the now until we went back in the future, and then the past again. That's right. Did I fucking confuse you? 2 months ago. This is something that should have been stretched out. Now what do they do? Because this isn't the last of Bayley and Sasha. So do we play hot potato? I would have dragged this out a little bit. Even if Royal Rumble was the soonest, I would have done this at WrestleMania. That's the only reason it doesn't get a great. But it absolutely, Sasha, new champion. That goes into the good column. So after 4 matches, we got 4 in the good, 1 in the bad. Again, if that seems like 1 extra tally, it is. That's because Roman and Jey Uso was great, so I put 2 tallies in there. I also gave Otis and Miz 1 because there wasn't enough bad to put it anywhere else, so I put it in the good. And obviously, I give Sasha Banks winning that championship, man. That was a moment that we waited for so damn long. And I couldn't tell you, man. Did you guys catch that moment where she was looking at Bayley because, and this is why Sasha Banks is so damn good. It's because there's no wasted movements or mannerisms. She's telling a story from the time she steps out of that curtain to the time she steps back through it. And she was looking at Bayley and with such disdain, like all of this was pointless and now I took your fucking championship. And then she looked at the title and she was like, oh yeah, I just became the fucking champion. Like I was so invested emotionally with you, my former best friend. I just conquered my fucking goal. And you saw that look in her face and she took it and she hoisted it. And as somebody who has, if you follow this channel from day one, man, I can't tell you what a moment that was. I knew for her, for Mercedes, the person behind the Sasha character, but I also know the moment that it was for yours truly. If you have followed this channel from day one, you know how much I have fought for Sasha Banks. I have fought for Roman Reigns to turn heel, not to hear myself fucking scream. I certainly wasn't adding years to my fucking life. It's the opposite. And all of that energy because I just wanted to see the product be better. And it could be if if Sasha and shit could just do the thing, man. You know, so absolutely so proud of just so proud of Sasha Banks, man. And Bayley. How do you not give Bayley the credit too, man? She was a part of this whole thing. And that 28-minute match, without Bayley, it takes two to tango, man. Bayley did the thing as well, dude. And I got to give her credit as well. So it just misses being great because it should have been dragged on a little longer. Now you just have 2 or 3 matches with them. I mean, yeah, we definitely deserve that because they are. I mean, you can't just have this end now. This is something we've been waiting years for. But I don't want to see this title flip-flop. That's what I hope Vince doesn't do. Sasha needs this for a long time, guys. What do you guys think about that, man? Let me go up to the live chat real quick, man. BC, you seem like you're not a Bianca fan. Quado, what the fuck? You never watched the channel, Quado. What the I'm not a Bianca Belair fan? Come on, you gotta watch the channel more, dude. You can't just make comments like that, dude. Come on. Come on. I'm not a Bianca Belair fan. Oh my goodness, dude. Come on, bro. Lindsay, Sasha and Bayley deserved all this. You damn right, Lindsay. Absolutely. My bad, bro. No problem, Quado. No problem, dude. Hopefully I'm saying that right. No problem, dude. Bianca Belair, I go to bat for Bianca all the fucking time, dude. Sasha is the GOAT, says Anthony. Thank you, BC. Miss Flawless Stone. No, thank you. Are you kidding me? You don't even go here. I love that, man. Hopefully I'm not blowing out the mic. BC is Bianca's av. Oh, Jennifer Pierce. What's up, dude? There I see you. SOS TDM right underneath. Okay, so my tried and trues are here. What's up? And they deserve more. Sasha and Bayley says SOS, absolutely. And Jennifer Pierce, you're damn right, man. Bianca's advocate for sure, just like Sasha, to be honest. Warrior Nation's up in here. Definitely going to be a WrestleMania rematch. Sasha and Bayley, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man. That's a long fucking time, man. Christina Banks, red team, go! Lindsay Whitney, BC fights for all the black and tan girls in WWE. That's because they have all the talent, man, or most of it. You know, it's not even that I mean to, it's just they're so talented, man. And I hate seeing all of them off of TV. While the Battle Royal just a few weeks ago, the last ones, who was it, guys? It was like Lacey Evans, Natty, and like Dana Brooke or something. And I'm like, what the fuck? You just took out Bianca Belair and shit for nothing. And when Naomi is ready to rock, Naomi never gets anything. Sasha had to wait years to get that moment last night. And people like me had to rant and scream and rave about it. Peter Davo, what's up, man? Carlos still rocking it up in here. We got, what else we got up in here, man? Blueprint Nation, what's up? Blueprint Nation, my tried and trues are all in here, man. Most anyway, right? Caitlin, yeah, Caitlin Hearing's up in here. We got Vicky, Mr. Black Ice is up in here. JR9 Gain still rocking. Trev Reigns, Kobe Talks, what's up? Brandon Armstrong, Phoenix. Robinson Wesley, Alan Jones, A Shot, Victor Miller, people. Okay, yeah, so it's going fast, man. I'm trying to get all you guys. Much love to all you guys. Let me make sure all my supers are taken care of before I go into match number 5. It's coming up. Hold on, guys. Undisputed. Undisputed 5-spot coffee says, if you pass out, I'll call 911 and say the crazy man passed out, so I'm not sure anyone would show up. They'll be like, oh, I know who you're talking about, the lunatic on YouTube. He's screaming about Sasha and Roman. Thank you, Undisputed. Anthony Bullock, $4.99. Biggest fan, keep up the word. Anthony, thank you for the coffee. Absolutely, and I appreciate that. Pedro, 5-spot, just watching 3 to 4 weeks. Bayley will have the belt again, knowing WWE. That's what I'm hoping not, Pedro. And that's no shade. I love Bayley, but especially the work she's doing with Sasha. I don't want to see hot potato. Thank you, Pedro, for another 5-spot, dude. Undisputed, another 2-spot. Naomi joins Roman and V's Sasha at Mania. Yeah, right? Listen, at this point, do you get Naomi Undisputed at WrestleMania? Even if she's ready to rock, I doubt Naomi gets a chance at WrestleMania to do anything other than maybe a 30-woman battle royal. But yeah, I like that shit. Danny Green, 5-spot. Thank you, Danny Green, another 5. Sasha should keep the title to Mania at the earliest, at least. Give her title reign some credibility after Bayley long reign, and she's earned it. Absolutely, Danny Green. At least WrestleMania. I don't even want to see her losing at Mania. Christopher Blackshare, $4.99. Thank you, dude. Savages, man. You guys rock. Only the horsemen have been inside the cell. Time to put some other women in there as well. The horsewomen, my bad. Yeah, that's true, right? Bayley's, yeah, and Charlotte. Yeah, man, that is true. Huh. Well, it's not, I mean, do you really want to see like Carmella versus Dana Brooke inside Hell in a Cell though, man? Maybe that's like Hell inside Wegmans or Hell inside Whole Foods or something, you know what I mean? I don't know about Hell in a Cell, man. But yeah, you're right, man. Like Bianca Belair would do badass in there. Shayna Baszler, forget about it. That would be fucking badass. Armstrong, Asuka versus Melina at Mania, so if she returns, 2 solid fucking matches there. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Melina, dude, I still think Melina's coming. I know she said she wasn't, but some reputable people said she was. I'm telling you, man, I see Melina, and why not? Why would you not? She can still rock. She's entertaining, you know? All right, guys, let me go into match. Did I put... Yeah, all right, so I put that in there because we're going into match number 5 for those of you just tuning in, man. 4 in the good, 1 in the bad. That one bad was Jeff Hardy versus Elias because there just was nothing in that match, that only 8-minute disqualification match, that screamed pay-per-view worthy. Everything else went into the good, including Roman and Jey Uso, which got 2 goods because it was great to me. Match number 5. Keep some momentum going here. Oh, man. Unfortunately, we can't keep the momentum going, guys. Thank you, by the way, man. Over 300 of you guys smashing that like button, dude. You guys are absolute savages. I'm told it helps out the channel either which way, so I appreciate that, man. Show the love, man. Over 600 of you guys, near 700 in the middle of a Monday afternoon. If that's not the best faction in all of pro wrestling, the Amplified unit, man, there is no other. You guys rock. Thank you, man. That just jumped up another fucking 10. You guys rock. So going into the 5th match, unfortunately, this is not going to get a good. Bobby Lashley defeats Slapnuts of Retribution. This was a 5-minute match ending in a chokeslam to Mr. Nuts. Retribution hits the ring but runs away with the rest of the Hurt. When the rest of the Hurt Business shows up, Retribution just hightails it. So, this is okay for Lashley because he wins this little impromptu match. But I have a serious question. For Retribution, what does this do for them? They are a clown show. Am I right? Whether it's T-Bar or T-Boz, you can have her show up with Chili from TLC, or whether it's Slapnuts, fucking Skittles McGee, which is Mia Yim or whoever the fuck else is with them. It doesn't matter. They're a clown show. Even Vince is booking them that way. I mean, I know he books everybody fucking tragically. But you thought they would be collecting wins and like being thrusted and forced upon us. No, it's the exact obvious. They're as much of a joke as we thought they were. Which is sad because I actually like Dijakovic. I like Mia Yim and such. I'm not so sure about Mr. Nuts, but they're a clown show. I understand you need a downer match after Bayley and Sasha. So you need a downer match. You need everybody to collect their breath, which is something I need to do right now. I understand that. But if I'm conducting this review show honestly and accurately, then this can go nowhere but the bad column. This has to go into the bad column. Where the fuck am I going to put this? It's Lashley versus Slapnuts in a 5-minute match. And Retribution, this is a group that has talked shit. Now that Mustafa Ali's with them, you thought, okay, maybe they're on some type of track that we can jump on in time. No, with Ali, they're even more of a fucking joke because now they're talking even more shit. You got fucking Slapnuts and T-Boz, T-Bar, whatever the fuck. They're talking all this shit on social media about how nobody's safe and they're here to take over WWE. They can't even take over the Hurt Business. They can't even take over catering. They couldn't take over a Carmella Dana Brooke match. They couldn't. No shade to them, by the way. Actually, both girls improving by the week. So no shade at all. It's just this group could not take them over. You know, if it seems like I'm pissed off, guys, it's because they were jokes from begin with and absolutely booked tragic. Then you add Ali into the fray, and then you just continue to book them more tragic. Instead of saying, hey, we fucked up, let's rectify the situation, let's try to make this good. Let's try to turn something out of nothing. Instead, they just keep going with it. And then after the match, they probably still talk shit. After the match, you probably have Slapnuts and T-Bar up on their social media going, see, we're badass, and we're coming for more people. And somebody's like, you guys lost, and then you ran away. So? I'm still coming after people. We're still badass. You think we're running away. What we're doing is we're actually running to the next person. That's what it is. We're running to the next person. Yeah. All right, that's what it is, T-Bar and Slapnuts. I tell you, man. Did I put this into where it should be? Bad? Yeah, it deserves the bad. I should put that in the fucking ugly, actually. And luckily, I'm being generous because so far the pay-per-view has actually been good. Bobby Lashley and Slapnuts goes into the bad. So after 5 matches, you have 2 in the bad, 4 in the good. Jey Uso, Roman Reigns got 2 goods. It was great to me. What do you guys think? Was I too mean? Let me see in the chat. Was that too mean, putting Bobby Lashley and Slapnuts into the bad column, or would you put it in the ugly? Michael Scanlon says, yes, ugly, you would have put it in. I don't fucking blame you. Julia says, no, I'm not being too mean. Thank you. I feel bad for Retribution. Miss Flawless Stone, you ain't kidding, man. Chi-Town represent, Jennifer says. Oh, yeah, we got some Chi-Town up in here. Bobby Lashley can't catch a break. I know, he won, but I mean, it's a impromptu match. Nobody even fucking knew. Definitely ugly. Not mean enough. Ugly. I'm seeing a lot of uglies. What the fuck? This is one of those. Okay. All right, you know what we're going to do? This is how much I respect you guys. You ready for this? First time ever. We're changing this on live Tube TV. We're changing this right now because my amp unit has spoken. Look at all these uglies coming up in the chats. Okay. The amp unit has spoke up, and damn it, we're in this shit together. When my unit speaks up, I fucking listen. Lots of uglies. You know what? We got to change this shit, man. I don't know if it's going to let me. Hold on, we're changing this. I got to get some water or something, man. Hold on, guys. We're changing this shit. All right. That is going into the ugly column, man. First time ever this has happened. The amp unit has spoken. They think this should go in the ugly. The amp man, as the leader, has to listen to his unit, man, and ugly. So now that turns into 2 bads at the end of this, guys. So I was trying to stay away from that. I didn't want to do it. My ugly, my ugly. I told you I need to catch my breath, man. There's the ugly, there's the bad. So that's going to turn into 2 bads. My amplified unit has spoken up, and they think this should go into the ugly. That was resounding. I saw so many uglies. All right, so it's 4-3, actually. Once that gets turned into 2 bads, it is now 4-3. That main event better deliver. Or this is going into a tiebreaker, unless it was ugly, and then it's just a bad pay-per-view. So after 5 matches, guys, now we have 1 in the bad, 1 in the ugly, which turns into 2 bads, and 4 in the good because Roman and Jey were good. Wow, that was an exciting time, man. I didn't know I was doing that beforehand. But my unit, let me just see some more. Yeah, man, a lot of you guys rose up and said Bobby Lashley and Slapnuts goes into the ugly. I listen to my people, man. That's what makes us the best faction ever in all of pro wrestling, man. Arto says the ugly unit has spoken. You were right, man. Down, dirty, and ugly right now, man. We done said it. BC, have you seen Good, Bad, in the Ugly movie? Says Kobe. Of course, man. Of course. That was in my John Wayne days and my Clint Eastwood days, man. I used to always watch those type of characters back in the day. It was an old school movie. All right, guys. So there you go, man. We're going into the main event now. It's 4-3 when you cross out that ugly. Wow, almost 400 on the likes too, man. Thank you guys so much, dude. You guys are awesome. I know that people tell me it helps the channel. I should be asking for that more. I just don't like, it's pandering, you know, and please, can you please press the like button? And I hate that shit. So I know every other fucking YouTuber does it. Press the like button, press the notification, press the subscription button. Make sure you buy everything, my shirts. Oh, by the way, I do have 2 new shirts, by the way, below. I don't know if it's actually gonna show up in this one. But there's a Red Team Go shirt now, and a phrase that I always use before I would go into battle. There's a shirt there too, you'll see them. But I'm not asking you to get them, only if you want to. But yeah, I always hate when people panhandle, you know, all of their shit, you know. And then I have 17 sponsors, and then they spend 12 minutes talking about all of their sponsors like we give a fuck. So you guys basically do that on your own, man. And that's for every video, honestly, dude. I very rarely, if ever, actually ask you guys to smash the like button, and you guys are always in the hundreds doing it. I love that, dude. You guys are awesome. Thank you. All right, guys, here we go. Main event. This is a Hell in a Cell WWE Championship match. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. This was also a 30-minute match. So if you take all 3 Hell in a Cell matches, they were all a half an hour. Sasha and Bayley cut by 2 minutes, 28 minutes. So just like Roman and Jey Uso, this Hell in a Cell match, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton got 30 minutes. Randy jumped Drew before the bell even sounds, but it backfires. Drew handles him pretty easily. And for the next half an hour, these two kicked the shit out of one another physically at the highest degree. The velocity that they were hitting the cage and steel steps with was just intense. And I said this too. I said they have to do this because you're taking what would be a good wrestling match with these two. Same thing I said with Sasha and Bayley. And now you're putting them in a structure where all we're going to see for half this match is them running each other into a cage, running each other into steel steps, maybe a table breaks or 2, maybe some kendo sticks. It could get boring really fast unless they turn it real physical and add some velocity, and that's what they did. They knew what they had to do, man. So that was really cool to see. You have to remember these are not small dudes. These are big boys. Orton is 6'5", 250, and Drew McIntyre 6'5", 265. And at one point, Orton sent McIntyre from halfway up the cage. It's a spot we've seen a million times. But with somebody like McIntyre, it was a cringe moment. You were hoping he was okay because they were halfway up the cage. And Orton takes McIntyre and he sends him falling straight through a table down below. An insane spot if you're 6'5", 265. Props to Drew McIntyre. Because I knew when they were up there, Orton was not taking that bump. He just wasn't. If you know Randy Orton and you've listened to a lot of his interviews, you know he was not taking that. And Drew McIntyre took one for the team, and he went above and beyond, dude. The finish saw McIntyre attempt a Claymore. Orton dodges it. Drew lands on his back, hops back up, turns around right into an RKO. I do love that sequence. Lights out for McIntyre and lights out for his reign. Randy Orton becomes your new WWE champion. I know a lot of people think that he had that belt long enough, nearly 7 months, 6.5-ish. But to me, it wasn't long enough. 2020 kind of went by really fast with all that's going on in the world. He only had 4 pay-per-view opponents, different opponents: Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Dolph Ziggler, and Randy Orton a couple of times. And that's Drew McIntyre's entire reign. It seems like just yesterday he was beating Brock Lesnar for that championship. And here we are, and he didn't even make it out of 2020. But Randy Orton is so fucking good at what he does. He is obviously more than worthy of keeping the championship, and maybe they have something big planned for him for Mania. I don't know. Does that mean Edge? Do we need to see Edge and Orton yet again at Mania, this time for a title? I mean, I love Edge. I love the story that they had recently. I love the matches that they had. I know a lot of the community did not. I didn't mind it at all. So I don't know if I need to see that at Mania, though. Edge is most likely coming back at the Rumble. And then we have to wait another 3 months, do the story that we picked up from 2020. And then, I don't know, man. How do you guys feel about that? This is going for me, guy, no doubt. They put their bodies on the line. Either one of these guys walking out with the championship is fine with me because both are more than deserving. I just hope they have something for both going forward. We'll see. But there's no way I could put this anywhere but good. There was not enough bad in here. So this goes into the good column. We'll talk final tally in just a second because this is obviously a good fucking pay-per-view. The cell matches did it. How do you guys feel about this main event? Are you going to make me switch this up? What? Nobody's making me do shit. I think I'm keeping it there anyway, but I at least want you guys, hear where you guys are up on this. Some of you guys said it was boring. I could see a little bit of it, but I mean, it had its moments and it was physical and Blueprint Nation, BC, my brother, I agreed. Blueprint, thank you, my friend. That's how I'm seeing it anyway. It was a good match. Vermeer, good. Stefan, Eric. No, this one was a good match. Lindsay Whitney. That's what I'm thinking, man. Please, no Edge and Orton. Who said that? Fahmi Mustafa. Please, no Orton versus Edge. Ashley Robinson, Retribution. There's a joke. Yeah. Oh, you're going back in a couple of matches. Yeah, no doubt. They're more than a joke at this point. Somebody said decent. All right. Good. It was all right. Santivia Major. It was good. Not great, but good. I want Orton and Edge at WrestleMania, says Trev. Okay, yeah. I mean, hey, man, they tell a good story. I just don't know if I need to see it. They're going to make me have to care about it, let me tell you. Craig Jordan, you're the best. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate that, dude. You guys are the best fucking pro wrestling fans. Trust me, the Amp Unit, dude. We are the best faction in all of pro wrestling. I know I've said that a million times. We are number one by a landslide, dude. I don't care what anybody tries to sell you. We are that group. General BC, KC, Canada. Yeah, man, so it looks like a lot of you guys are agreeing too, and that's why I love the Amp Unit, man. Usually we're in agreement. I was straddling the line of that ugly and bad too for Bobby Lashley, so trust me, that's why I changed it. I was kind of iffy on it, and when you guys spoke up in droves, that's when I knew I had to change that, man, a little bit earlier and put that into the uglies, because we're usually on the same mindset, dude. The Amp Unit is pretty locked and loaded and knowing where we're at. So what that means, guys, is when it was all said and done, if you cross out the ugly and that becomes two bads, then this is 5-3. This didn't even just squeak by. This ends up being a good pay-per-view, dude. There was only 6 matches. And this is what we always ask for. This is what makes TakeOver so special. They only have about 6 matches tops, but usually it's 5. And they're usually always badass because they always give them so much time. Well, you had 3 cell matches that were a half an hour apiece. And when you deliver time, it gives these superstars time to sell shit, to create a story within the match, to make it good. That's all we ever ask for. We don't want to see a bunch of 7 and 8 minute matches like you gave Jeff Hardy and Elias, or 5 minutes like Bobby Lashley and Slapnuts. You know, we don't need to see that shit because that'll always go into the bad and even ugly, says my unit. But when you put together matches and you give them, if you hype them up like you did Sasha and Bayley, you hype it up like you did Roman and Jey Uso, you hype it up like you did Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, and then you give them a half an hour at an actual pay-per-view where we want to see the culminating moments, you're going to get a better pay-per-view. And just judging by the reaction last night, I saw a lot of people were like, wow, this surprised me. This was actually pretty fucking decent. This was good. Some people were saying it was a great pay-per-view. Your prerogative. I could see how these cell matches would maybe made you swing that way. It definitely wasn't great. If you've watched enough wrestling and you review it and dissect it like the Ant-Man, which I hope you don't. I hope you have a little bit more fun in watching it or try to. Leave that up to me. I'll give myself the headaches. But if you've seen enough wrestling and really know how to dissect it, it wasn't a great pay-per-view. It just wasn't. But it wasn't bad, man. 6 matches, half of the event cell matches that were actually good, and some big moments. Whether we like them or not, big moments, man. Orton walked away as a champion. Now, do you think it was too early for McIntyre to drop that belt or not? These are questions that need to be answered and will be, hopefully. Sasha Banks walks out champion. Finally, after all these years, this looks like it could be her long reign. We'll see. Do they flip-flop it? Do they hot potato this? Does Sasha even have that by the end of 2020? All these questions, but that was a big moment last night. Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, the Wild Samoans, all of that. And in the first half an hour of the event, dude, that was fucking just one of the best ways you could start a pay-per-view, dude. Such storytelling in the match. Roman talking shit to Jey and vice versa. Jimmy Uso coming to his brother's aid. Jey trying to save Jimmy, but Jey can't even fucking move, so he just yells the word, I quit. This was a masterpiece. It was a fucking masterpiece. And it shows you that this fucking company can still do that. They just don't care. They don't want to get creative because that takes time, money, and energy. Resources they don't want to tap into. They don't have the time. Here it is, an actual good pay-per-view, and I'm still ranting like it was fucking horrible. All apologies, but that's what we do on this channel, man. Sometimes we get frustrated by the old man and his lack of common sense and lack of booking anything properly. So even when it's good, it just makes you think even more. Why can't we get this type of shit more often? Five good, three bad. Hell in a Cell. Wow, we went over a fucking hour here, guys. Much love to all you guys. The near 700 of you guys on a mid-Monday afternoon that tuned into this son of a bitch. The over 400 of you guys that took the time to smash that like. You guys are fucking rock stars, man. Straight savages. We are number one community faction-wise. There's just nobody that comes close to our type of faction, dude. And it's just a big faction. There's thousands of us. I love it. Thank you, guys. So anyone here just for the review itself, thank you. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the Monday Night Raw review and reaction. You guys can check you right now, man. Much love to all you guys. I'm just going to get to a few supers now. You guys are absolutely welcome to stick around if you want. Well, I talked to you guys a little bit up in the supers, the VIPs. I think there was a few that came in. I think I got Christopher. Only the horsewomen have been in the cell. Yep, Christopher, I got that. Carlos, 5 spot, another one, dude. You are a straight savage. I love it. Thank you, dude. Carlos, 676 at 12:50 Monday. 676 at 12:50 Monday. What was that? What's that? I probably am so far behind. I don't know what it means, Carlos. I'll try to look out for you though, brother. 12:50 on Monday. 676. Yeah, I don't know, my friend. I don't know what the. I forgot what I said half an hour ago. But thank you, Carlos. I'll try to look out, man. Victor Miller, 499 spot. Nothing said, nothing needed to be, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, Victor. I appreciate it. Pedro with a 20 spot, dude. 4 of these bad boys. That'll get me amped the whole day. Pedro says, instead of putting on downer matches that are irrelevant, what would you think of maybe a three or so minute vignette highlighting an upcoming NXT star, not necessarily a call-up, but just something to introduce them to the main audience? Yeah, Pedro, well, once in a while, not like 2 or 3 a show, but absolutely. Now, the chat's at 12. I got you, Carlos. Much love, my friend. I got you. Yeah, Pedro, not all the time, but I love that idea. Do you guys remember, if you're faithful to this channel from day one, I talked a lot about this. It was Raw versus Smackdown. It was a video game. And you could be the GM. Maybe this was like 2008, 2009. It was years ago, over a decade, I think. It was a video game called Raw versus Smackdown. And you could be the GM. And you could choose, like, during breaks, what would you do? Or segments. Like, do you want to hype up a superstar? Do you want to take a commercial break so you can raise money? Hype up a returning superstar from injury. You could do all that little shit, man. And this video game was awesome. I would always play the GM, and I would always do little things like that. So that's what that reminded me of, Pedro. Just getting creative, and during your whole 2, 3, or 4 hour show, having a different thing for every downer situation. Hopefully that makes sense. Love you. You're the best, keeping it real. Jose Cortez, I appreciate that, man. Carlos says, I remember. Yeah. BC, can you, this is going fast. GR9 Gaming, Raw vs. Smackdown 06 and 07 had GM mode. And it was great. Wish they had it. Yeah, so it was 06, 07, Raw vs. Smackdown, and I would always play the GM. So that's what that reminded me of, Pedro. Thank you, dude, for that 20 spot for sure. Temby Davis, 2 spot, man. Temby, thank you. Watch Charlotte get traded to Smackdown. Are you ready for this, Temby Davis? Charlotte is probably going to be on all 3 brands again when she comes back. I say that as a joke a little bit. I would not doubt it. Thank you, Temby. Murder Hornet, 5 spot. Thank you, my friend. Nah, bad is fine. Jeff and Elias wasting a pay-per-view slot is ugly. Yeah, so you would have flipped it, Murder Hornet. You would have had Jeff and Elias, who I put in bad. You would have put that ugly and Bobby Lashley slapnuts into bad. Either one could have went either way for sure. The unit spoke on that Bobby Lashley match, though. Thank you, Murder Hornet, for another coffee, dude. Savage, dude. Thank you. Chubless the Bear, 5 spot. Thank you, dude. Another 5. Bobby match wasn't an ugly. It was a bathroom break. Hand in hand, right, Chubless? It's hand in hand. If it's a bathroom break, I can see why a lot of people would put that straight into the ugly. Thank you, Chubless, for another coffee, dude. It means a lot. Undisputed Era, another 5 spot. Dude, another coffee. You guys are going to have me... I ain't catching my breath for the rest of the year. It's one coffee after another. You guys are savages. I love it. 5 spot Undisputed. Thank you. I hate when people call Orton boring for having long matches. If someone isn't trying to paralyze themselves doing high-flying moves, they're boring. I agree with you, Undisputed. The fact that Orton is being called boring all of 2020 is astounding to me. It's interesting to me, man, because he's had some of the best storylines. Edge, Drew McIntyre, and Orton is methodical. So I can see why today's wrestling fan finds him more boring, because he's methodical and today's wrestling fan wants everything instant gratification. And Orton isn't that man. Orton's old school in his mentality. He sells. I agree with you, Undisputed. 100%. Mr. Black Ice 22, a 5 spot coffee. Thank you, my friend. Mankind and The Undertaker Hell in a Cell match was the best ever. You can't top that. No ifs, ands, or buts. But this Hell in a Cell match was nice. Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't even go in there trying to top it. Don't even, because that's when you're just going to pigeonhole yourself and you're going to fuck up and probably hurt yourself really bad. Go in there just being creative. Like, I'm the first one to say the Drew McIntyre Orton spot when McIntyre went through the table. We've seen that probably 112 times. But not with McIntyre, you know, in the physicality and velocity that they were fucking with on another level the 20 minutes beforehand, that made that a little bit more interesting. So if you can just get a little creative, I love the final sequence with Orton and McIntyre. Orton goes for the Claymore and he put his all into it. But Orton dodged, and he fell flat on his back. He tries to pop up and play it off like he's not injured, but when he turns around, it's right to an RKO. I would have liked one more RKO. I think it was a little too simplistic, and trust me, I hate when every match has 5 false finishes of somebody's move. But this circumstance, if you're going to take the title off of Drew, I would have preferred 2 RKOs. But just get creative. Don't try to top Mankind and Undertaker, because like you said, was that Mr. Black Ice? Like you said, you're not going to top it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Thank you, Mr. Black Eyes. Chauncey Timpton, a 5 spot coffee, $4.99. Nothing but love. Who would you like to see challenge Sasha? I would like to see Bianca. I just don't know if they'll do it the right way. If you're doing a face versus face, you better do this flawlessly. Honestly. If not, I just have Io Shirai get called up in the near future if she drops the title to Candice, or sometime this year. I would call up Io Shirai as a heel, and I would do Sasha Banks versus Io Shirai. That seems just fucking phenomenal for a WrestleMania match. Would you guys like to see Belair or Io Shirai, by the way, in the chat? Please tell me. You guys know who Io, a lot of you guys, she's from NXT. She's the champion down there. She's going to be taking on Candice. Let me know. Belair, Casey Canada. I think Shayna should get drafted to SmackDown. Yeah, then I would pick Shayna. But Shayna, I believe, is on Raw, right? Well, she's a tag team champion now, so you could play it off. There could be a way that Shayna could do it. But if Shayna was on that brand exclusively, I would absolutely put Shayna. Belair. A lot of Shaynas, though. Io, Belair versus Belair. All right. Io, I got some Ios. Io versus Asuka, I'm seeing. Yeah, that would be, oh, please. Talk about take my money, dude. Cameron Lewis, 2 spot, man. Thank you, Cameron. BC, you're the king of the internet. Bring back 2.0. Oh, we're going 3.0 when these shows start getting drastic again. Trust me. I have a little something special planned when this show hits rock bottom again, because I just can't be taken off for a couple of weeks at a time to clear my dome piece. I just did that recently. Now we need to hit them where it really hurts. They should be listening to us. They should be producing good shows. They're a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate company. No more bullshit is going to be accepted. 3.0 is on the horizon if they want to get fucking froggy. I'm going to make them jump. Cameron Lewis, BC, you're the king of the internet. Bring back 2.0. Well, guess what, Cameron Lewis? We are the kings of the internet. This faction, the amplified unit. We rock. Thank you, Cameron Lewis. Yeah, a lot of Belairs, a lot of Ios too, though, man. Yeah, that's who I would like to see next for Sash for sure. Pedro, another 10th, but Pedro's a rock star, dude. Savage. Instead of just calling up NXT talent, what would you think of a concept only for the big 4 pay-per-views where you had 2 NXT stars in a match for a contract to Raw or SmackDown? Pedro, that's too creative. Of course I like it. You'll never see that. The old man will never give that the time of day. You got to remember, Pedro, if you're too creative, Vince McMahon won't pay attention to you. I love that, dude. I really do. But again, you're thinking. You're actually like having fun with this. There's a crazy concept. Thank you, Pedro, dude. Savage. Make sure I got all my supers, guys. It's going fast, this chat, man. You guys are fucking awesome, dude. Thank you for participating. I know I'm not like most YouTubers, and that's probably why you love me. But I always add you guys. I try to anyway. I always try to talk to you guys straight in the chat, man. Even if it's not super, I try to like. I know it goes fast, but I always try to interact with you guys, man. That's what being live is all about. Otherwise, you're just being live. You might as well just not even be fucking live. If you're just gonna run your fucking mouth and then say, bye, that's it, check you later. Fuck you. BC, you're underrated. Why don't you have 100,000 subs, man? Well, because wrestling's different now, man. The tube has changed. The interest in pro wrestling. Back in the day, man, I'm telling you, if you started this thing 8, 9, 10 years ago, whenever tube really was hot in pro wrestling, you racked up thousands of subs within just a couple of months. So you see people today with 100,000 plus subs. A lot of that was from years ago, though, because if you match their actual viewership to how many subs they actually have, it's nowhere near what they have. And that's because a lot of it was from back in the day. Pro wrestling is kind of down. The tube is kind of muffed up as well. And let's just be honest, I am not one of their people that they like to push. I'm very controversial, and I use a lot of words that has the tube moderators always question if I'm okay and suitable to be put out for advertisement. And because of that, it never gets pushed the right way. And I know what needs to be changed. I won't, man. It's not just being stubborn. I need to stay true to my amplified unit. And yes, I know I could get more subs if I play it a little more PC, be a little more PG, talk a little bit more eloquently, no more swears, a little bit less rants, stop using all the bad words and all that stuff. But that's not me. I just can't do that, man. So we're going to do it the hard way. And it's not for me as how many subs. The fact that we have thousands and thousands is awesome. But for me, it's the quality of subs. And I know just by looking at the chats and all that, man, I know that you guys are just the best faction in all of pro wrestling. The amp unit is the best. And that's what means the most to me, man. The quality of the sub. That's why I will not change. Ever. Jennifer says, PG BC? Hell no. BC, the original rated R superstar, 722 has spoken. No doubt, dude. But yeah, that's why there, man. Did I get all my soups? I keep forgetting, man. It's going so fast. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, too. We've been done with the review for a while now, and I still have over 400 of you guys just hanging out with me. That's awesome, man. Let me make sure I got everybody, though, on the supers. Chauncey, I got, yep. Who would I have challenge Sasha? Either Belair or Io. I'll call up Io. I would have Shayna, but Shayna is not on. Again, she's part of a tag team, so I think she can be on both brands, so there might be a way to do ever that. Carlos. Yep. Oh, Carlos, that's a new founder. Carlos, thank you, my friend, dude. Great show, BC. Thanks for the heads up last night. Yeah, usually I don't tell anybody when I'm going live, but I knew a lot of you guys were going to be waiting for this. A lot of times you have guys that, they'll go live like immediately after the show, and there's like 30 people doing that, and it's like you're just splitting audiences, and it's like, why, man? Just relax. Get your head game together, clear your dome piece, sleep on it, get your best possible review or where you want to go with things, find out if there's any injuries, get an injury report, find out the latest news on matches and characters, right? Give yourself time. There's people that go right out on it, man. And then there's BC. I just like kind of, I just mosey my way the next day at 12 noon. I'm just like, hey guys, want to hang out and talk wrestling? And 100 of you guys still fucking show up, man. That's what I mean. I don't have to worry about when I show up. My amp unit is so badass, you guys are going to show up, man. I love that. I really do. You guys are absolutely the best. You know, I don't have to go live right after a show. Literally, here we are like 18 hours later, some shit. And we still rocked it out. Thank you, Carlos, dude. Pedro, I think I got you right. Instead of, yeah, the Raw SmackDown contracts for NXT. Cameron, I got you, my friend. Thank you. Chubless the Bear, another 5 spot. Thank you, Chubless. This might be unpopular, but I would like to see Belair versus Charlotte ladder match. Listen, I'll take, absolutely, Chubless. I'm not saying we never need to see Charlotte Flair. I'm just saying book her correctly. There's no doubt Charlotte Flair is a good wrestler. My problem, and I think a lot of our problem with Charlotte, is she's always forced on us. She's forced in main events. She's forced winning championships. But if that's just one of Belair's first matches, yeah, man, I'll take a ladder match with him. If you want it for a title, whatever. Just don't book Charlotte to be that much better than everyone else. She's just not, man, or shouldn't be. 5 fucking years you've been forcing her on us. There's time now. There should be a time anyway, for Shayna Baszler to step up, for Bianca Belair to step up. When Io gets there, what's going to happen to Io? Is it going to be the same fate that Kairi Sane suffered? And Kairi Sane had to walk away because she's like, I'd rather go with my fucking soon-to-be husband than fucking, right? That's what Kairi said. I think she went with her husband back to Japan rather than stay with WWE. Or I think she's still with WWE, but it's not in a wrestling capacity. You know what I'm saying. Kairi is no longer there. Is that going to be with fucking Io too? Or do you want to book Io properly? Or do you just want to give everything to Charlotte Flair? Anyways. So I do actually agree, Chubless. That's a good match. Charlotte versus Bianca. Didn't they take one on one another in NXT? And I believe Charlotte kind of ruined Belair. Belair was gaining more momentum, which she should have already had. And then Charlotte goes over there, missed 3 brands for some reason, and she makes Belair look like a fucking idiot. That's what I don't like. But yeah, there's no doubt it can be good because we've seen it be such. Bree Nash, 2 spot. Thank you, Bree. You are the best. I watch everyone. They got nothing on you. Bree, that means a lot, man. Thank you. I know a lot of people watch more than just me. Maybe there's some Wrestle Talks, you know, and you guys still watch me. Maybe there's some Simon Miller fans out there and you still come to BC Amplified and What Cultures, you know, but you guys still come to the realest motherfucker on this platform, and I appreciate that, dude. I really do. Thank you, Bree Nash. Means a lot. Chauncey Tipton, $4.99, 5 spot. Thank you, Chauncey. Sing. He's not like most girls. You guys want it? I hope I don't blow my mic out. That's Nia Jax's beginning to her thumb music. She injures most girls. I haven't done that in a minute. Yeah, there was a time, speaking of Kairi Sane, where Nia Jax injured like everybody she took on, dude. It was crazy. Damn, we're almost at 500 on the likes, dude. You guys rock. Thank you. That's so fucking cool. Don't forget the new shirts too, man. I know, I don't like peddling them, but I'm pretty proud of them. This is the first day they're actually up, and they're already 13 of the Red Team Goes have already been sold. And on my new You've Been Warned shirt, there's already been 7 sold. So I don't even know how. Maybe they were up before I knew it. But 20 combined, man. The Red Team Go ones are already selling. That's awesome. You guys are awesome, dude. That even caught me off by surprise. She's not like most girls. No. We don't sing that. She's not like most girls. She injures most girls. Oh, Michelle Haskins, man. Michelle, $4.99 spot. Thank you, Michelle. Belair wins the Women's Royal Rumble, then takes on Sasha Banks in an Iron Women match at WrestleMania 37. Michelle, mic drop. I think that's the way we end this review. Because, Michelle, there's nobody going to argue something like that, dude. If you're saying Belair is going to win this thing, who is going to have a problem with that? She is absolutely deserving of such. And then you set up Belair versus Sasha, and that helps them with the story. I told you guys, I'm okay with it if done correctly because it's going to be 2 faces. But if that's the beginning of it, then the story is going to sit in your lap. And obviously Sasha and Belair will carry the rest on their own shoulders. And Iron Woman match? Who the fuck else, dude? Give me that shit. Other than maybe Bayley and Sasha, they would do it up, obviously. Oh, hold on. We're not going to end it there, though, because Carlos is going to end it with a 5 spot. No, nobody's show matches yours. Carlos, I appreciate that, man. I know a lot of people do this, or at least try to do this. There's even people that are like me. But trust me, man, I wouldn't say this a million times if I didn't believe it in my soul, dude. There is nobody that gives the amplification like yours truly. There is nobody that calls it down the middle in the most knowledgeable, distinctive way than yours truly. And you guys are just the best. So if I sound like a broken record, too fucking bad. We are number one. And that's why we can mosey hours after everyone else does their little fucking show for the review. We mosey in and we still get over 700 at one point in the middle of the afternoon because we fucking rock. Much love to all you guys, dude. Put up the coffees as we hold on. Oh, there's another one. Kendall, $3.99. You and JD from New York, my favorite wrestling YouTubers. I appreciate that, Kendall. That means a lot, dude. Who's hold on, we got I think I got guys, I'm really trying to get everybody, man. There's the coffees. All right, we gotta end this now, guys. Much love to all you, man. We went over an hour and a half, and we do this together, dude. That's awesome. Nelly Nell, my favorite YouTuber. Check you, BC. Nelly Nell, we'll check you. Are you from New York too, says May. No, originally from New England, now from New York City the past 10 plus years. It's home. And I always belonged to New York. I was causing too much trouble in New England, so New York is definitely home, yeah. And so yeah, oh, thank you, yeah. Hano, troll it, man. That's a lot of love. I appreciate that. Eddie, much love, man. Lindsay Whitney, thanks again for another great live, BC. Lindsay, much love to you. Trust me. Means a lot. Stacy Brown, check you. Much love. Warrior Nation, check you. Shahar Gold, there's some love, man. With the bars. Yeah, I still got the chocolate, the coffee bars, man. I still have a lot of that. And wait till 3.0 needs to be called. Wait till you see what he's going to be consuming. I got something special planned for 3.0. Carlos, so long everybody. Carlos, much love, dude. Thank you for being here from the very beginning. Jennifer Pierce, much love. And you're popping the bubbly, a little bit of the bubbly, Jennifer. Thank you. Blueprint Nation, check your leader. Thank you, Blueprint. You've been here from the beginning too, I believe. SOS still up in here. SOS, much love. If not, or if so, it's moving kind of fast. JR9 Gaming. Jeffrey Ryan. Hey, over 500 in the like. We did it. Got over fucking half 1,000. Middle of the afternoon, 500 on the likes. You guys are fucking just blowing this away, dude. Unreal. And because of that, there'll be more live streams in the future because you guys make this fun. Brian Ernie, coffees, thank you, my friend. Quado, Aceto Mold. Hopefully I said that correctly, man. Quadwo, thank you for the coffees. Sorry for saying you weren't a Belair fan. Oh, don't worry about it, dude. Are you kidding me? Just that's what I mean. Always watch second one all the way to the final second of every video because there's a lot of misconceptions of BC, man. People think I don't like people when I do, but no harm, no foul, dude. You rock, and thank you for supporting the channel. CD Stanley, put them up, my friend. That's right. Ashley Robinson, check you. Kane, Phoenix Robinson, Wesley. I'm hoping I'm getting everybody. KC, Canada. Iron Riaz. Fuck, man. I'm gonna pass out just saying everybody's name. Much love. What a fucking stream, guys. It was a good pay-per-view. I'm pretty sure none of us expected this after the last 2 fucking years. Let's let's play out some more fucking BC, man. That 2018 was fun, wasn't it? Hold on, let me try to find that 2018 one, man. That one was a fun fucking rant. What are we doing? Playing the fucking ad? You guys can go, by the way. The review is done, man. We're just...
Right, in your oven. It's all the flavor.
Hold on, guys. We're going to cut that fucking ad out.
Underneath every surface that can...
Hold on. I want to end this the right way, man. The 2018 flip out that I did.
The following video... Warning. The following video is an intense pro wrestling review of Hell in a Cell. If you cannot handle an intense review of Hell in a Cell, now is the perfect time. You can go fuck yourself accordingly. Enjoy the show. Of a bitch. Never, and I mean ever, should your Hell in a Cell main event.
This was the 2018 review.
Called Hell in a Cell at an event called Hell in a Cell be ended in a no contest from a few F5s and some broken table shots to your back, and your monster and your heavyweight champion can't even stand up to finish competing, and you call that hell in a cell? I've seen hell in a cell, and that's Mick Foley dive bombing from the top of the cell through a fucking table, standing the fuck up, getting back on top of that cell, going through the fucking cell, falling again to what people thought was his fucking death. His fucking tooth is shoved up his fucking nose and comes out the other end of his fucking nose. That's right, think of it, your tooth up wherever the fuck it goes and through your nose. And he's smiling and he's dropping thumbtacks to continue the match, and then he gets steam barreled on those thumbtacks several times. And then he comes back in the main event that same night to cost Steve Austin the fucking championship. That is a man. That is a match. That is Hell in a Cell. Roman and Braun can't stand up from one guy beating them up. Maybe I'm okay with this no contest if the event was called Beatdown in Barnes & Noble. If the match was a survival inside of 7-Eleven, right? A survival in 7-Eleven match. Maybe I'm okay with a no contest in that way. But like that?
I did not.
Some F5s, some broken table shots to your back, and we fade to black, and the ref is saying nobody can stand up? What the fuck? I've been in fights at 10 years old that were more vicious than that. I've been jumped by 9 motherfuckers and stood the fuck up and started barrel rolling toward them.
Hold on. Wait, before I end this, is there anybody left in here? What, I got 20 people? Oh, 300. Oh shit. I didn't know that many were still here. Do you guys remember the you guys remember I did Goldberg, was it Goldberg and The Fiend? I flipped out in that one. I was in New England, wasn't I? I wasn't even home. I just flipped out. Hold on, let me try to find that. What was that guy? Super Showdown? Hold on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this, guys. Oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. What is it? Yeah, Goldberg at Super Showdown. Yep. Does anybody remember that? I went ballistic, man. I think I scared a lot of people, like, off the channel. I don't know. Well, at first, there was like 20 people, like, instantly was off the channel because I scared people. And then I gained like 300 subscribers. Like, everybody was like jumping out after. That was insane, bro. I want to go back to that for a second. Hold on.
In a hoodie, so I don't wake up.
Oh.
17 degrees
Goldberg
in
beat
the
Bray
middle
Wyatt
of
in like 2
New
minutes.
Hampshire. I am nowhere near New York City. I am nowhere near home. I'm in a car. 17 degrees in a hoodie, so I don't wake up the people I am staying with because the walls are paper thin.
I was pissed.
I told my audience,
I was pissed.
my amplified unit earlier in the week, that there would be no more podcasts, no more videos for the month of February, because I was going to be away on business. Well, here I am on business, and here I am making a video, a podcast at 4:55 a.m. And why? Why? When I thought there was nothing that WWE could possibly do that could make me cut a fucking video at 4:55 a.m.
4:55.
There was nothing that the old man in Stamford, Connecticut, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, there was no low that he could stoop to that would rock the pro wrestling world. I understand Super Showdown is Thursday afternoon, but my audience, the wrestling community, would be fine until I get back in March with my thoughts. Nothing could possibly happen Thursday afternoon that would make me have to make a vid. Nothing could possibly happen Thursday afternoon
I was pissed
that
off.
would piss off the majority of the pro wrestling community. WrestleMania is just over 5 weeks away. Super Showdown is a glorified house show. All Vince McMahon has to do is put it on cruise control into March. All he has to do is don't fuck anything up. And what does he do? I am on a fucking train Thursday afternoon, purposely not watching or following anything to do with Super Showdown. And I've taken a hiatus from social media, so I wasn't getting spoilers either. I've been totally off social media, so I'm on this train thinking when the time is right, if I get some hours between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m., maybe Friday night or Saturday night, I'll watch Super Showdown in its entirety. But then I started getting fucking texts from multiple people telling me Bray Wyatt just lost the championship to Goldberg in 3.5 minutes.
I was pissed.
And I thought, that's a fucking funny joke. They know I'm out of state. They know I can't make a fucking vid, so they're gonna try to poke me into making a vid. I get it. I see what they're doing. That's a funny one. These fuckers got jokes. Bray Wyatt dropping the championship at Super Showdown 5 weeks before WrestleMania. That's a good one. And then more and more people started sending me these texts, and I'm thinking, well, this person doesn't know this person. X doesn't know Y. Y doesn't know Z. Are they all trying to play the same joke on me, knowing that I'm not watching Super Showdown? So then I had to start looking into it. And upon my instant research, what the fuck did I just witness? I watched the entire match in 5 minutes.
This is an invitation.
What we got here?
I'm scared.
Oh, hold on. Making money through this. Get myself money.
And
Get
Bray
out of there.
Wyatt dropped the fucking belt to Goldberg. The dude who is well into his 50s, Bray Wyatt has the hottest character going today in pro wrestling. The hottest fucking character in pro wrestling.
I couldn't believe it.
And that's how you do him dirty? That is beyond doing somebody dirty. That is doing him filthy. All the time and effort that he put into that fucking character. And that's what you give him? This guy got one offensive move, a mandible claw. Aside from that, he took 4 fucking spears and then the worst jackhammer I've ever fucking seen. I've seen him get beaten to holy hell at Hell in a Cell. I have seen Seth Rollins stomp him 5,416 times, but a little jackhammer and that's it. If Vince McMahon, right, he owns the company, BC, he can do what he wants. If he really wanted Goldberg versus Reigns, because he thought that would go over a little better, because he knows people would flip out if Reigns beat The Fiend at WrestleMania, even that we wouldn't be happy about. Because Roman Reigns has no business beating The Fiend. The Fiend is the hottest fucking character.
Damn. This is heavy.
So he knew Roman would get so much heat. So he said, if we could put all that heat on Goldberg, hey, we're fucking good. We'll get Goldberg versus Roman, and maybe we'll get John Cena versus Bray. If that's what you wanted to do, Vince, at least care about Bray's booking. That's what I'm most pissed about. The championship changing hands in the middle of a Thursday afternoon when most of your audience is working or at school. That's one of my fucking issues. But the fact that you didn't even care about Bray Wyatt, all of the thought and the planning and everything that went into that character and that title reign, you didn't even care, dog. You said you're gonna go out there and within 5 minutes, you're gonna get speared a bunch of times, you're gonna get jackhammered, and you're gonna fucking like it. Because we're gonna put all the stock into Goldberg. So that it's easy pickings for Roman. Fans will be so pissed at Goldberg. Or maybe you just thought, you know what? Goldberg's the bigger name. He's hot still. They love nostalgia. They'll forget about Bray Wyatt just like the old version of Bray Wyatt. No harm, no foul. No, Vince, lots of harm, lots of foul.
Yeah, man. I don't know if there was any more to that, guys. That was Super Showdown, Goldberg. Hold on, was there more?
People are getting upset. This is entertainment. There's a fucking idiot out there going, people are getting upset. This is entertainment. I laugh at this.
There's more.
If you watch pro wrestling like it's a show, like it's a sitcom like The Simpsons or the fucking Friends, Seinfeld, if you watch pro wrestling like it's American Idol or The Masked Singer, then we're on two different levels. I'm way up here, you're way over there. Because I take my pro wrestling very seriously, just like the men and women that travel 300 days a year. They live out of hotels and suitcases. They get injured in that ring numerous times a year. Some paralyzed. Some die in that ring. This is life to them. And for fans like yours truly, it is life for us. Growing up in those projects, and my parents were fighting constantly, but I was fixated on pro wrestling to get me through those hard times. When I was an idiot as a teenager and getting in barroom fights every night, driving drunk and making stupid decisions, and I finally went to prison for my actions. You know what got me through prison? Pro wrestling! I had people sending me sheets of results or spoilers. They would send them in the mail. Sometimes I'd get it days after the event, but I was keeping up. It got me through the hard times. Pro wrestling was always there for me, and damn it, I'll always be there for it.
Wow.
If I got a bitch, yell, scream, complain for suits and ties in that company to understand their faults and problems and issues, I will do such. I will always put everything I have on the line to make that company better, to make pro wrestling better, just like Cody and AEW asked people like me to always give their honest feedback, to always tell them what they think are doing right and what we think they're doing wrong, and why we feel such. You came to the right person, because I will do that, Cody, just like I always put Vince McMahon on the hot seat. Whether he liked...
Guys, we're listening to the Super Showdown, my rant on Goldberg when he defeated Bray Wyatt. This was from, I think, a year or two ago. I forgot, maybe last year, I forget. But I was up in New Hampshire. It was about 5-something in the morning, and I just wasn't having it. I don't even know if I had coffee or not. I was flipping out in a fucking car or some shit. And that's what you're listening to now. I'm just reminiscing. A few hundred of you guys are doing it with me. That's cool. This stream, I think, is cut out a few times. It might end because it's almost 2 hours. I might be low on battery or something. If it does, I love you guys so much, man. Thank you for everything. I'm going to let this run a little bit more because I'm interested. I haven't heard this since I recorded it. So I'm going to keep it going, but the stream might end, guys. Much love, though, and thank you for joining. I'm sorry that it's probably going to end abruptly. And, yeah, man, let me just, I know there was one super beforehand. Big Nang for a spot, man. I saw that. Sorry I'm late, BC. Caught last minute. Grab a beer. Thank you, Big Nang. It means a lot. And this will be up on the channel immediately after. So, guys, this stream might cut out, but thank you for joining me. I'm going to listen to a little bit more of this. Feel free to stick around for a minute or two. Or this might just be I don't know. I forgot what I even said. So we'll let it play another minute or two.
Likes it or not, whether he gives a shit or not, people like me will at least use our voices in the best of ways to make it better. Just like we did when we said WrestleMania 30, we weren't happy with that main event. Daniel Bryan should get in there, and we were so loud. We raised our voices, we stepped up, we turned out. And Vince had to put Daniel Bryan, and not only in the main event, but hoisting that championship. And when Naomi, it was her time to capture a championship. And on this channel, my very first year, we set up a movement that was undeniable, that had to be heard. And Naomi captured that championship. I'm proud of those things because we spoke up. 5 a.m. and I'm yelling in a fucking car in New Hampshire. Somewhere in New Hampshire. I don't even know where I'm staying. But I'm flipping the fuck out. And anybody that thinks this isn't a big issue, right? You disagree. Disagree all you want. I don't know why you would be watching this channel because you know how high I am on Bray Wyatt. You know how I feel about Bray Wyatt, and you know how I think about this type of booking. How it ruins people. When you tell a story that this guy can take 5,000 stomps, he can go to hell and back and not be phased, but he can't take a fucking jackhammer. All it was a suplex, dude. Come on, bro. You can disagree, but in this case, you'd be wrong. And you can cry all you want and try to get your attention. Oh, BC can't take criticism. BC doesn't like when people disagree with him. No, BC likes respectable, knowledgeable comments. BC likes people that know what they're talking about. If you're an obnoxious dipshit, you're damn right. I don't give a shit about your thought or your opinion. If you're respectable, if there's knowledge in your disagreement, bring it on. But be respectful in your disagreement and be knowledgeable. This is clear as day. Even a casual fan has to scratch their head and say, wow, this 50-something-year-old Goldberg just beat The Fiend in less than 5 minutes? The Fiend got one fucking move?
Damn, man. Was that it? Maybe that was, I don't know. I think I kept going, actually.
I asked one thing of myself and for the pro wrestling world. I'm just gonna go away for the rest of the week.
But wait,
I know
there's
it's
more.
Super Showdown. I know AEW Revolution Saturday night, but I have business to attend to in New England. I have to take off. I thought the pro wrestling world would be okay. I thought it's like a toddler you're leaving at home. That's what Vince acts like. Instead of a 60-something-year-old man, we have to treat him like a toddler. Can I leave you by yourself for just a couple of days, or are you gonna fucking burn the house down? Well, Vince, he burns the house down. I try to take off for just a few days. I skip one event, Super Showdown. I told my audience, I cannot review Super Showdown. I'm gonna be busy. I'm thinking, honestly, when I told my audience this, that there's no way Vince could do something so fucking shockingly stupid that I would have to go and make a fucking podcast vid, that I would actually have to go and scream at 5 a.m. But he did. I shouldn't be fucking shocked. That's Vince McMahon in a nutshell. And in his mind, this is awesome. They're gonna love this, and if they don't, good. I don't care if I sabotage my own product. Fuck you, Vince. Legit. Come on, bro.
Damn.
Sabotaging your own product.
Wow. I was pissed, man.
Making people despise what they are watching, that's what you get your rocks off on these days? I can't even go away for the rest of the week without this dude burning his own house down. Again, if you want to put the belt on Goldberg, dude, that's your try. Bro, you didn't even try to protect Bray in that character. No effort. You said we'll give you almost 5 minutes, take everything Goldberg has, lay on your back, look up at the lights. Didn't even bother making Bray Wyatt look strong. Now what happens starting on Friday Night Smackdown and going toward WrestleMania if he has a match with John Cena or anybody else, and Bray Wyatt is looking dominant all the way to WrestleMania, does that fucking make up for it? No! We already had the huge botch at Hell in a Cell. There's no way that booking for Bray Wyatt should have went down at Hell in a Cell, but I was the first to say he's not officially buried like everybody was claiming he was. Again, for anybody that just laughs it off, it's entertainment. I don't let it get to me. That's awesome for you, bro. That's awesome. You treat that like The Simpsons or Seinfeld or your little favorite comedy. Malcolm in the Middle, the Goldbergs, and I'm not talking about Bill. For me, I take it just as serious as the superstars themselves because I have a lot of buddies that are traveling the world, a lot of them right now, as I speak, that are traveling the world on the indies, getting their asses kicked, getting injuries, and nobody even knows their name.
Shout out Joey, Jamie, Tyler.
I know how hard this industry is.
Big
and
Vay.
what these individuals deserve as characters and as human beings. And this fucking asshole in Stamford, Connecticut, treats them like fucking toys and gives them no care and no proper attention. I'm fucking done with it.
Wow. I just fucking went off, man.
On behalf of every fucking fan in this world, Bray Wyatt. On behalf of anybody with a brain in their dome piece, Bray Wyatt, I apologize. BC Amplified apologizes for what Vince McMahon has done to you and that character because we know how hard you worked. We love that character and we love everything that you put into it. Thank you, Bray Wyatt, for caring. When a lot of people may be happy collecting a paycheck, you gave a shit, and that did not go unnoticed. Thank you, Bray Wyatt. And we apologize for having the shittiest boss in the world, for having a fucking old senile dumbass bastard as your boss. I gotta go back into this fucking place that I'm staying at. I don't even know if they have fucking waffles or French toast, but I'm up now. I need some fucking coffee now, because now we're getting amplified. Sorry, New Hampshire. I'm BC, holla at your boy. At this rate, I feel like I have to talk about AEW now come Sunday morning. I don't know, maybe I'll make another 5 a.m. car video podcast about AEW on Sunday morning. But I wasn't supposed to be back until March with you guys. I don't fucking know. Or maybe March is Sunday morning. I don't even know anymore. Oh, fuck. I'm already losing my... It's 5 fucking a.m. I have 2 fucking presentations to do, and I'm gonna lose my voice. And when they ask why, are you coming down with a cold, BC? No! I had to talk about how fucking much of an idiot Vince McMahon is. And most of them will know what I'm talking about. Oh, I see what I got you there, BC. Listen, much love to you guys. You guys know that, man. And I don't know where we go from here with this fucking guy. We cannot make a good product. We cannot get excited about a product if the guy in charge doesn't care about the product. If he's not investing into the characters to the highest degree, to the highest of levels, then these characters will never truly become what they're supposed to be. And if that's the case, then they can never go into stories and feuds that we're gonna give a shit about. And if that's the case, we're never going to care.
Well, guys, thank you for those hundreds of you that stuck around for that. That was I was only gonna play a couple of minutes of that. That was from a while back, Super Showdown, Bray and Goldberg. I ended up playing the whole 21 minutes, I believe it is, because I haven't listened to that. I never listened to that. I recorded it, put it out, and that was that. I haven't reacted to that ever. Wow. I was enraged, man. I didn't know how you could take somebody as epic as Bray was at that moment and do him that dirty. And it's something I've seen way too many times. So, yeah, for you guys that stuck around and enjoyed that with me, that was a pretty cool walk down memory lane. Wow. We should do that more often on past vids. Oh, boy. We'll do it with a 2.0. That should be fucking fun. Much love to you guys. We're way over 2 hours. Thank you for hanging out with me today, dude. You guys are the best. And guess what? We'll do this again tomorrow for Raw. So thank you for all the supers out there. I think I got everybody, all my VIPs. Let me just check. If I missed anybody, definitely sorry, guys. Oh, Larry with another 5 at the very end there. Larry Lockett, another 5. You don't even need to, brother. Thank you. Have a good one, BC. I'll have something for you next live. You don't have to have anything, Larry. That's it. Give it to the fucking animals. Put it toward your career, my friend. You have done enough for this channel, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Larry Lockett. It means a lot. All you guys, man. You guys are the fucking best, dude. All you up in the chat, man. I know it's going pretty fast. I can't get everybody again. I think I got you all earlier anyway. Much love. And to the over 500 of you that took a moment to just smash that like button, you guys are the absolute fucking best, dude. Thank you for all those that got the new shirts as well, dude. The Red Team Go shirts. That's I'm proud of that one. You guys really made that big. That's something me and my buddy used to do before we would go into war, before we would battle people in the projects or at the bar. Red Team Go! And we'd storm in. And you guys really love that, so I put the shirt out for you guys. And it's only the first day, but 13 of them somehow were already sold. And the other new one, too. 7 of them or some shit. Pretty cool. So you guys are the absolute best. All right. That's it. Go about your day, man. Thank you for hanging out with me. Man, you guys are, honestly, we are. The AMP unit is the best faction in all of pro wrestling. Much love. Check you later. Red Team, go! Salut.